Hi, leaders. I'm thrilled to be here with you today, and we're going to speak with Kristen Maidson. She is an attorney, a human resource executive turned small business owner. Kristen, welcome. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks, Mickey.
Now, I happen to know that this whole thing called networking and building relationships has really been a key to your success. You have not only grown a successful career based on networking and relationship building, but you've also grown an award-winning family-owned business. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how this all came to be.
Sure. So I started out as a law school graduate and worked for a couple of years for the U.S. Department of Labor and as an auditor, and then moved into human resources. So I worked in various roles within human resources, including EEO, diversity, labor relations, compensation. Also worked as an HR business partner, and culminated my corporate career as a labor relations manager. So somewhere during that time over the years, my brother and I had talked off and on about working together and buying a small business, but it was never really the right time. We weren't in the same city, but finally we did become residents of the same city, and we decided that it was a good time to enlist a search. And so we hired a business broker, and we gave him certain parameters for the type of business that we were looking for as far as location and revenue and product. And we basically looked through a bunch of different business listings, and he brought us a listing for a custom sign shop. And so we purchased a custom sign shop that had been around for 16 years, and that's how we got into it.
Very interesting. So tell us a little bit about this path to success. If you were to advise someone today who is in a similar place, right? They're growing their career or they're growing a business, how might they leverage networking for them?
Mm-hmm. And so I know that a lot of people grimace at the word networking, but networking really, I think, is the key to success for any small business. I started off networking unexpectedly. My brother initially had the job of networking and doing outside sales, but then that responsibility fell to me at some point. And so I had no experience networking or selling. And so I started just going to local chamber meetings, and I really tried to attend as many local chamber networking events, small business networking events, women business networking events, meetups. I started attending as many as I could just to get our name out there, because the former owner's name had been associated with our business for so long and nobody knew us. So really, I just started going to every event that I could just to get our name out there. And folks knew our business, but they didn't necessarily knew me as the owner. So I started kind of with a scattershot approach.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. So, I heard the other day that a statistic that career changers as well as small business owners in general, are spending 90% of their time online networking and trying to create a brand for themselves. And yet it seems to me that it's really networking and speaking and getting out there kind of face to face that makes the bigger difference.
I would agree with that, because I think a few of our biggest clients have come from networking opportunities. Folks that I've met who needed help with signage projects. And so I would agree that being out and about grows the business a bunch. I mean, obviously online networking is important, but having people meet you face to face and hearing your story and hearing what you can do for them, and hearing your personal story also gives folks a sense of comfort that if they come to you with projects that you'll execute to their satisfaction. And so I will say that networking took us a long way as far as meeting potential leads that turned into big dollar customers for us, and also got us a lot of recognition in the community. So I look back on the recruiting, the networking piece pretty fondly, because it has brought us a long way and has brought us some good success in the business.
Awesome. Very cool. If you, again, kind of going back to thoughts of advice that you might give to others, hindsight being 2020. Any other recommendations that you would give to those who are in a similar place today?
Sure. First, what I would say is when you're first starting off, network as much as you can where you can. But then after a while, after you start to gain some traction with leads and business, really start to identify which networking groups are the best value for you. So not every group is great for you. So you need to identify which groups will bring you the right type of work and the best dollars associated with that work. So after a while, I started to really narrow down the groups that I wanted to associate with from a networking perspective, because I knew that my time was valuable, and I knew that if I spent my valuable time in those networking arenas that brought us the best dollars, then that's where I needed to be. So after a while, kind of narrow your funnel, if you will, of opportunities to network to those ones that bring you the most. And then also don't forget to use your personal networks. Your friends and family are some of the biggest supporters that you can have. So don't be afraid to bring that business card to the family picnic. I carry my business cards everywhere, in my car, in my pockets. You never know where the opportunity will come. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Those are the people that will be your best champions, the people that know you and love you best. And I would also say, don't be afraid to say no to networking opportunities that might come along. Once those good orders start to come in from those referrals that came from networking, you really want to make sure that you're servicing those customers well. Most of the orders that I work on nowadays are customers that came to me through networking, and I really want to make sure that those customers stay happy and that they keep ordering with us. So I really work on knowing the value of my time as far as whether I need to dedicate my time elsewhere or need to put it towards servicing a customer who brings value to us.
Terrific. There really is something powerful about getting to know, your vendors, your customers, the people that you do business with. And I think your comments here really underscore that tremendously. So thank you so much for your time. I think you've also, really encouraged me and others to take the risk, to get out there. It's not just showing up. We have to be strategic about it, right? And smart about it. But I think that it absolutely is essential to our careers and to our businesses. So Kristen, thank you again for your time today. I've just enjoyed seeing you and look forward to connecting again soon.
You're welcome.
So, everyone, thank you. I hope you've enjoyed today half as much as I have, and I'll see you soon.